What you viewers are thinking? We were always in this car, weren't we?
This is weird. This is a new experience.
Wait, what? How is it any different other than the fact that it's in a different car? Let me turn off the music.
Yeah, can't violate copyright.
We're out of my car at this time because it finally smells like buttered popcorn for once.
Yes, he's finally dumped so much popcorn in there, the smell has stuck. And meanwhile,
and we're actually like, in a special place. Should we mention? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, welcome to my hybrid. Oh, fuck!
That's what you get for trying to make puns. We are at the alma mater, as I will call it. The one place that all three of us have in common.
Valencia High School.
Hi.
Shout out.
Screw that. That school was... I can't tell if I was, like, really happy or, like one of the most miserable places of my life. I don't know.
There's already one time to talk about that fool.
Well, enough about our private lives. Talking about a movie Aftermath. We're talking about a movie that came out literally 2 months and a day ago.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, July 12th.
And a day?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
July 12th.
Yeah, and a day, apparently.
Oh, yeah, also happy Friday 13th. Sport. Like, just get that out there.
Hooray! We didn't crash!
Should we tell the story now?
We didn't crash.
Should we tell the story now? Because like we basically we had to go through like 3 different parking spots to find like a decent enough place to review.
Because like first we went to the movie and then afterwards we went to
we decided to drive to
Chick-fil-A. My waffle fries. Mm.
And then after that we decided, well, where can we find a spot to review it? Because our cars were far apart and we like to be relatively near each other.
Yeah.
And so we go on a hunt for a place to park. Nowhere to park where the theater was.
So these guys had to drive. These guys decided to go to school, go back to like school, and decide to follow me because age before beauty, I guess.
Age before beauty.
That's the line I meant to say. I ripped at the line.
At this time, it'd be beauty before age, my dear friend, as we're the older ones, mind you.
Yeah.
The entire time we were just waving to each other like, I see you, hi. But
until we hit a particular intersection in which this guy drove off away from us.
Yeah, he pulled the yellow light trick, like they do in the movies when they want to lose someone that's tailing him.
I look really scared. In this light, I look like I'm doing a maniacal laugh.
Yeah, I'm convinced that was the face he had when he pulled that maneuver. So anyway, we all end up back here several minutes later.
And there's a football game today, too.
Yeah, football game, which I forgot because it's a Friday, and I never had to play in the band for those football games on a Friday. We always had it on Thursdays. So, I don't know who the heck has to play right there, but I said this before, and I'll say it now, God rest their souls.
Okay.
Anyway, if you couldn't guess by the title, which we will put somewhere.
And the date. Let's clarify this. This guy, for the first time, finally saw Pacific Rim. I saw it this is my 4th time.
This is my 3rd.
Damn nerds. I'm just kidding.
You're not one to talk, pal.
You're the anime
You've got
specialist.
that thing in your car.
I'm a no talker.
You're not one to talk.
Not one, but 2. Hey, lovely. Anyway.
Don't hug them too tight.
Don't get your butter smell all over them.
Low blow.
Yes, but those are the most satisfying.
Okay, so.
Okay, Pacific Rim, giant robots fighting Godzilla monsters. I think everyone knows what this movie's about.
Yes.
You got kaijus and you got Jaegers.
Jaeger, like the German beer.
And you got college anime.
No, like,
and you got college
like
anime
Attack on Titan kind of Jaeger. I'm just kidding.
That's Aaron, first off, and he's not even the most badass character. We all know it's Mikasa.
Whatever. That's Attack on Titan. Well, I'll probably
monster,
go over that
literally.
sometime, but right now this is Pacific Rim, and we're already 4 minutes into the video, 4 minutes and 35 seconds.
Just splurt out your thoughts.
Wow. Pacific Rim. Shit. It's Evangelion all over again.
I thought the exact same thing, literally. The first time I saw it, I thought the exact same thing, believe me or not.
But then, it's so much... The thing is, it's more realistic because robots typically don't move fast like they do in like Gundam or Evangelion, right?
Or Transformers, I guess, for your
Yeah.
American equivalent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are massive monsters, so they would be moving slow, but then
You feel
They're
the
fast
weight.
enough.
you feel like
You
it's
feel like
going.
they're
You're
weight.
going to get pummeled, and you know.
Like, one thing I will forever say,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
when I first saw it, like, especially when they punch, like, you just sort of feel the anticipation, because, like, it doesn't move too fast, but when it finally hits, it's like, BAM! Like, you
Yeah,
just
it's
feel
a
it, and it's
massive,
so satisfying.
This is gonna be like a
impact.
late comment, but like since it's out like IMAX theaters, so like we both saw it in IMAX like separate times.
I
but,
hate you
Yeah.
guys. I was working that day. I hate you.
It was badass in IMAX. Like, let me tell you, when in that IMAX theater, when that sound hits you, it literally hits you.
And
Yeah,
I ended up
shit.
going to a dollar theater to watch this, man.
It looked good though. It looked really. This movie was pretty good.
I hate
Theater was
myself.
surprisingly good, yeah.
I hate myself.
Surprisingly good.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Hey,
tear off the flies.
hey, if
My
anything,
fries.
hey, at least you can say this about the theater.
At least you saw it in
It
theaters.
beats the independent theater that ran on a PlayStation 3.
The downtown independent. When me and Luke, we went to go watch Blue Exorcist.
the movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
Wow, the line was long, but then the thing is, the theater was ghetto as.
It was ghetto, it was tiny, and I swear the projector was a PS3. And I know because when the movie ended, it went back to the PSN home screen.
The
That was
home
great.
screen or the cross media board.
Whatever. It's the
Point is,
the
it
home
was a
screen.
PlayStation 3 home screen. That's the point. That's the point. We need to get across here.
Yeah. Wow. We still went digressed and like freaking. Yeah, 7 minutes
It's
now.
live. This is live. We're shooting live. You're the
We'll
best
do it live.
You're the best Bill O'Reilly. You have the best Bill O'Reilly impression.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah. So at the beginning, basically, the kaijus are basically destroying us. We got to make these massive monsters.
Because
Monsters versus
everyone
monsters.
Because everyone knows the most logical solution when we get attacked by giant monsters is to build giant robots to fight them. It's only logical.
The best part about that, when they had the news footage, they had a news montage about it. And in the middle, this is Obama like making an address about the kaiju.
Something I should say is that, like, even, like, every single time I see this movie, like, the first time it says, like, the first kaiju made land, I immediately get the Angels Attack theme from Evangelion in my head. Like, the dun 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 dun.
It looks more like the. To
It
me,
just
looks
immediately starts happening automatically.
to me, it
We're
looks like,
reminded we lived in fear of the Titans, and we live forever. We are forever caged within these things we call walls.
The Wall of Life, which is fucking useless, by the
Yes,
way.
Pacific Rim.
Okay, hold on, okay,
They
hold on.
tried
Let's
to.
have it like establish a plot line, but this is 5 years later. The kaiju evolving, beating down the Jaeger robots somehow. They think it'd be pretty easy to, well, like, fix.
Initially, the Jaegers come in and start curb stomping all the kaijus, because the kaijus weren't built to expect that. The comic I bought explains it that way. And yes, I did buy the tie-in prequel comic.
Yeah, and so then they decide to build this giant wall, but then that's
giant
not.
robots.
Wait, what?
Instead of the giant robots.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Idiots!
and then 2 scenes later,
Oh,
news
it
report-
sucks. It sucks. It's not working.
It just breaks through, like, Sydney.
They broke through Australia. Well, we're screwed.
At least
I
it-
wasted my time
but
here.
thank God the Australians were there to save them. Oh, the only thing that stands between us and the defense of this city is us. Thing that killed the Jaeger program was mediocre pilots. I fucking love that guy's accent.
Why do you have to die? You get, like, well, I don't
Yeah.
know, how would you make it? How would you make? Well, I'll get to that at the end.
I even forgot the main character's name. I don't even care about the name. I just
Riley.
care about
Hold
the
on,
frickin'
His name is
The thing-
Riley.
the thing
Riley.
about
Riley.
Riley.
The basic thing about this movie, but besides the fact it exists, is like the names of the characters. You have Riley, Nancy, Stacker.
I'm gonna call
Newt.
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 No, please call me
Herman.
Newt. Only my mother calls me Doctor.
Herman.
That's like the exact opposite of aliens. Only, like, Newt. Only my brother calls me whatever her name was.
Yeah. So you had just
Okay, I'm done. They're all dead. Can I go now?
Yeah.
Why did that quote come to mind?
all right. Let's bring it back. What? So
Okay,
then-
so we
Reel it
keep
back
bringing
in.
up these Evangelion references. Like, as a resident anime expert, how anime is this anime?
It
It's-
definitely has plenty of references
Yeah.
to typical mecha style anime.
yeah.
Like, of course, like like several of the things. Obviously, the giant robots fighting giant monsters. That's classic mecha.
Yes.
The idea of establishing a neural link with the robot, feeling pain when in your part of the body whenever the robot itself gets
Yeah.
struck there. That's another typical mecha thing.
Just if you guys have ever watched a show called Blue Gender. Blue Gender is basically one of those apocalyptic mecha animes that is like a complete ripoff of Evangelion, but it has its
Yes.
own flavor. Where basically you have like these insects coming out of nowhere and terrorizing humans just for the sake of
because they're
eating
bad.
yeah. Where in Pacific Rim they want to colonize the world.
Because they're bad.
Yep. Yeah, and
That's how
I
it
don't know.
works.
My problem with Pacific Rim is that I wanna have some kind of depth to like the villains, but then there is no depth to the villains. They're just
Well, the
they're
point
just
of,
warm up.
I
this
would
mo-
disagree completely on the like.
Yeah,
depth of villains.
that would make it change up the whole story. But then,
Well, the
but
point
after watching this movie, it just made me realize how much of the movie industry like they don't care about the villains anymore. Almost, it's like they want to look at the character development of all of the main characters, like the heroes, and their own struggles. You know, I feel like there needs to be more of like the anti-hero kind of thing, where there is no real hero. There are actually people trying to do their own
well,
little
that's what
thing.
makes
I
this-
think
that's what
I
makes
think
this
you're
movie special.
kind of. I think you're kind of
Missing the
number
point.
one. I think with there, I actually prefer at the thing where there's no villain. Like I prefer it when there's no villain. There's just like it's just people with differing views, like or like ideas, and they're all going about what they, honest to God, think is right. I find that much more interesting than just a villain because, well, how in depth can a villain be? Because it basically comes down to they're doing villainous things when you get right down to it. Like, don't get me wrong, there have been many great in-depth villains, but it's like, at the end of the day, they're still villainous.
Villains. But I just want something from Hollywood where that there's something more to villains now, where they're not just simple-minded thinking creatures where they just want something and they can just take it. I want them. After watching this movie, I want villains to be more complex, and I want to find that kind of thing. You know, like even in the anime that I watch, I don't see much of that anymore. I don't. Like, when's the last time like in any media form of media, there's something behind the scenes of like some kind of villain, you know?
What do you mean behind the scenes?
Like
this greater mastermind.
yeah.
Exactly.
Do you mean like
I think that
there are a greater mastermind for the kaijus? Number one.
Yeah, there is a greater mastermind, but then
If
they don't
you're
go
talking
in
about-
depth. That's the thing. Like,
That's for the sequel.
maybe
wait, there's a
it's with
sequel?
There's
it.
gonna be.
Maybe, sort of, kind of. It's,
Because that's
the politics is really confusing.
that's what I want. I want to find out why these kaijus are doing this.
Well, they
Why?
explained that. Because they're
they're
dinosaurs.
explained. They're genetically engineered to kill humans.
But like,
That's their job.
The point of this movie was like
They were built to kill humans. That's what they do.
The point of this movie was like, say it with me, guys.
Great.
Wait, they were working. Everyone, like different nations, ethnicities, people of different relations. They were all working to fight this one villain for. Say it with me.
The greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good.
It's about teamwork. And
Yeah, that's
optimism.
literally everything I know about this movie. It's about teamwork and friendship.
Well, because you have
Friendship is awesome.
Because
Where
you
you can throw in the gratuitous Japanese woman that makes this whole thing more mecha
We got
anime.
the Japanese, we got the Russians, we got the Australians,
But they
we
have
got
to-
the Chinese. But the only one allowed to save the day is the American.
USA. Well, like,
Because America's the hero.
well, cause, like,
I'm the hero!
no, 'cause the idea is like you have these
Welcome
brothers.
to the Pacific Rim Review, where we talk about literally everything except the movie.
Yup.
Oh, okay, we saw it. Okay, both of us saw it multiple times, so that podcast speaks for itself. His reaction, like, so I took care of it.
His reaction is, I liked it.
I liked it.
It comes out in a couple weeks on. Well, it comes out in like a month on Blu-ray. So.
I learned, my general feeling on it is, I only had one major problem with it, and that was, I felt like the characters were a bit,
The cast was crap.
No.
I want to say the characters themselves weren't
Charlie
too,
Hunnam was Bush.
They were kind of one-dimensional. Each character just basically had like one note that they struck. It was kind of fine for the side characters because you didn't really see them all that often. So it's like fine if they're kind of simpler. But like when your main couple of characters, like when Raleigh and Mako, yeah, that's her name. When those two who we spend a lot of time with, when they are relatively simple characters,
They don't necessarily talk about anything other than like their physical compatibility.
That's it. You're basically having the same problem as I am.
When like except mine wasn't with the villains. I didn't care. This is the kind of movie that would have particularly
It's just
villains.
really simple characterization they're doing here.
But I think I could send.
Again, it was just sort of a minor thing because like especially my main problem was with the main characters being very simple. Like a lot of the side characters, them being relatively one note was fine because quite frankly, in something like this, your side characters aren't usually going to get a lot of development anyway. Your focus is on the main ones. But when the main ones come off as pretty simple, then it's like you could have put more. You could have put more into that, guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the Blu-ray.
But
that's what the Blu-ray's for.
But I'm completely fine with like the side characters like the jerkish Australian guy, Raleigh. You're dangerous, Raleigh.
The Marx scientist.
The Marx scientist.
No, the mad scientist. The mad scientist trope.
Numbers are the
I'm
closest.
British.
Numbers are the closest we get to God.
What?
What?
Everything lies.
Between Newton and Gottlieb, who I was convinced was German.
German.
When we first saw the movie, yeah, we couldn't exactly.
When I first saw it, I was convinced he was German. Then he said, "By Jove!" Then it's like, I guess he's British.
He's been on a couple of British shows on like BBC shows. So yeah.
Yeah, my biggest problem is the fact that Crimson Typhoon did not last for another few scenes.
Okay,
because only America is allowed to be the hero.
No, because like this is the coolest.
Crimson Typhoon was the coolest freaking.
No, had the coolest.
Hey,
Jaeger.
Hold on.
I wanted more Cherno Alpha. What are you talking
it.
about?
Yeah, no, well, because Crimson Typhoon had the coolest name. It looked cool. The coolest. It had 3 arms. It was
And
it
had like freaking chainsaws as hands and like
I still say
totally tear up the freaking kaijus.
First time I saw Crimson Typhoon, I just immediately thought Unit 0. I'm sorry. It was a Cyclops. I thought Unit 0.
This movie has like the strange quality of being both original but also very derivative, like a lot of anime.
It's derivative of every single anime, giant robot, giant monster thing ever. And it is wonderful. It is beautiful.
It's so impassionately done, like throughout the entire thing, that you're just along with the ride.
It's just a love letter to it all, dude. So it is awesome.
No, just a love letter to the general population of fanboys. Fanboys.
Yes, for even Hideo Kojima loved it. No, seriously, he did.
Yeah, he like gushed about it on his Twitter. That was awesome. And now everyone's so grown up too. Sorry, I know that's a tangent, but I have to bring that up because it's kind of frustrating.
Grown ups too.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say because.
Well, let's talk about the gooder things, like giant robots fighting.
The giant robot action was amazing, like I said.
The visual effects were like exceptionally spectacular. Like they're like in terms of in colors and details, like there's always something to see in the background because like they keep going by so fast.
And then the credits had like the Mac Pro kind of commercial going on, you know?
Oh, like these like.
And like I said,
models.
just for like how the robots acted and like the monsters acted, like
there's
it felt
actual
like
weight.
They had
there's
weight.
creativity.
Like I said at the very beginning, like it felt like there was weight to them. Like, you felt.
They had fun
that.
Megazord-like weapons, like the elbow rocket.
Oh yeah, that was one thing I thought was incredibly awesome. It's like, my
They kept
God,
pulling out weapons
they
out
got
there.
every single dream, my dream fanboy robot weapon. The
Elbow
elbow
rocket.
Yeah,
rocket.
including
Just
the sword where it's all flaccid at first and then starts boning up. Freaking! Oh, that was that.
Or like the plasma gun, or the chest rockets.
I should mention, we had another friend who saw it with us who like kept who left early.
We don't.
Was this like
He left us. No,
He
no.
isn't in this movie Aftermath, so we won't mention him.
Yeah.
on the plus? Well, he did make a good point about like the how it should have ended video for Pacific Rim.
How?
It's like they mentioned the sword and how every instant the sword just instantly cuts through the kaiju completely. It's like, why don't we use this more often? And then how it ends is adds to like the robot's rating in front of the rift, and just like every kaiju comes out, cut.
Like, is everyone equipped with a sword now?
Yeah. It's like they cut through. It's like, this is a lot less exciting, but it works. At the end.
They'd much rather have them doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu and like freaking using blunt weapons to take down massive monsters.
I know, they can.
That
They're
boat-
punching. They're
That
punching
boat
them.
was awesome.
They're punching them.
The
They're throwing them
boat
to the
was
building.
awesome.
They
Yes.
carry a
They-
giant
Yes.
cargo ship. With Chemo. Instead
That
of using
was
the actual
awesome.
sword, instead of using the actual sword.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's where Titanic went.
Yeah, okay, that was actually something I thought about, like, the first time I saw this movie. It's like, okay, like, when the sword first came out, I was like,
Why did you use
okay,
that? Why
that
did you
was
co-
awesome.
Why
But
did you
that
start with
totally
that?
takes away from the awesomeness of using that boat earlier as a sword.
Why don't the Jaegers have like more like projectile based weapons? And so like
They had the plasma gun,
yeah
Well,
and
That reminds
Striker
me of-
Eureka had the
chest missiles.
chest missiles, and they also had their own blade thingies.
Anything that reminds me of the Iron Giant, it's instantly like an A+ movie.
I feel like they didn't want to.
I was always reminded of it.
But that takes away from like the visceral.
You know, all the sharp weapons that you guys mentioned, Crimson Typhoon had it all.
Yeah,
He had it all. He basically had the chainsaw weapon, which would be the best weapon in any apocalypse ever. Like it's arguable, but seriously.
What about the Sharknado?
Sharknado? Man, you can cut down freaking sharks that fly around all over the place.
That was in the movie, dude. A guy jumped into a shark with a chainsaw.
No, he didn't jump. He was just standing there. He's just wham, and then.
And then like he just cuts through like the back tail.
Heck, it's even a GIF all over GIF all over Tumblr, Reddit, whatever.
The one I saw was the one of the sharks, like when that one guy he was being eaten by a shark from behind, and then he also got crushed by another shark.
Now we're talking about Sharknado. Great.
They were pushing the 23 minute mark. Yeah.
Okay.
This
I think
is
the point that the fact that we're talking about this movie still after two months after it came out shows how much like it kind of like how special it kind of is in the grand scheme of like big release movies.
But I'd have to say that this review isn't necessarily a review. It's more of a conversation here. So you know what?
Conversation.
Don't. This is how we feel about it. It's great. It's the most nerdiest movie out there.
October 15th, Blu-ray
Yeah.
comes out on Blu-ray.
Get it, I will.
If you know me personally around the school, then just talk to me. I have sources.
Yeah.
Whoa. What? Wait. What?
He has sources that I was always convinced were dubious. And as it turns out,
I must
almost
find your
are.
handlers.
Maybe halfway through. In quotations.
Anyway, I think we've just about rambled for as long as we can.
As long as we
We
can.
don't really have any.
Dude, we could totally talk about how
yeah, another
cliched this freaking movie is. Because
Another thing I want to mention: the music is awesome.
Yeah. It actually has some.
I didn't pay attention.
It has
to the
more
music.
heavy metal
The
than Iron Man.
the main theme has been stuck in my head ever since I first saw this movie.
Oh, no, I'll play it just for.
Dun,
And-
I have the soundtrack.
I haven't been paying attention to the music, so
The
I don't.
music
I don't
was
really
amazing,
have to say.
dude.
Oh, man.
When you see a movie 3 times, you start to pay attention to everything.
Give it here.
Oh yeah. There. You guys are posted. You guys. Show it on the picture, so like that way, so the people know what they're really seeing.
Pacific Rim, the most badass movie made this summer.
Granted, it isn't like the title doesn't say anything about the movie other than in the Pacific.
Amazing.
It's like the most awesome like getting crept up for battle music.
Yes, and I love it.
You could totally do any kind of monologue over it.
Today I went into Chick-fil-A.
Walk into Chick-fil-A and be all like, "Oh, this is amazing."
I had a coupon, yo. Chopped it down, got a free kids meal, had a giraffe toy.
Surround sound now.
See this movie, like, now. It deserves
Just
it.
support it. It was amazing.
It's original.
It
Someone actually wanted to make it.
Someone may decide to make an original movie for once. That
Because
wasn't
they
a
really
sequel
wanted to.
or a remake. It was a movie that was made with love, not a desire to make a shit ton of cash.
And somehow got like 200
No,
million.
it still wanted to make a ton of cash.
Well,
but
yeah, like
I like
every
it.
movie is designed to, but this one was made with love. It was
Somehow,
made
like,
with dedication. It was good
somehow got a $200 million budget.
for being an original movie, mind you. That doesn't
About
happen.
about giant robots with weird named pilots fighting Godzilla monsters in the Pacific.
Yes. In other words, it was risky.
Yes.
Please have a sequel.
While it might not have entirely paid off, it was wonderful. It's
Please
beautiful.
have a sequel. I want a
It's
sequel.
beautiful. It's
This was so
passionate.
great. It deserves a sequel.
It's passionate. They didn't even give us fanboys a kiss from Mako and Riley.
Well, that's more.
Raleigh.
Or
They have
that
the
should be in the
headbutt.
sequel.
They had
And
the
they have
headbutt.
children. They need to have children because they will have beautiful half-breeds. I'm just kidding.
They will have beautiful little half Asian babies.
I don't know. Maybe we can hear. Maybe it's off the music. I'm not sure if anyone was able to hear us. Okay.
They will be the sequel, and they will have beautiful half Japanese, half American babies.
And more gratuitous English. More gratuitous English.
Was there gratuitous English? I
the-
thought
the-
there was gratuitous
English?
Japanese.
English. It was English.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she did speak English.
I think they confuse
English.
me every time he's saying like for my family. It's like she's saying like the Kaijus family.
For my family.
For my family.
To me, that confused me because in the flashback, it looked like her parents died from a car crash in an actual like kaiju attack.
It was vague, kind of.
I guess
They were
could
killed
have
in a kaiju attack. I guess that's close enough.
The little girl that
They were killed in a kaiju car collision.
She's not.
like
Her
a
motivation isn't quite as clear cut as Major Kusanagi's,
it's clear
but
cut,
it's
but
close
also
enough.
like the explanation for it's a little vague.
And the
The
red
little
shoe
girl,
symbolism.
who played her was adorable.
Yeah,
There
also...
is nothing more adorable than a little Asian girl.
Hey, now that I think about it, the Russian people didn't make much of a frickin' appearance.
Mother Russia didn't get a decent appearance.
The husband character had one line, and then they didn't speak until like, they died. The scene where they were in the Jaeger, and the husband only had one.
Right,
line.
Russia's like
First time I saw the movie, I called him to you Ursa and Non. For some reason.
No, it's like Russia is like the person that speaks slowly and like carries the big stick, you know, or like
We are
whatever.
going to get that bastard out there.
Typhoon is gone.
Fuck.
Crimson
I love
Typhoon.
Typhoon.
Raskolnikov.
Oh,
I want Typhoon.
I love the Russians.
want-
Did you notice how every time when the Russians appeared, the Russian choir came
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
music?
awesome. It wasn't exactly as awesome as when in Kick-Ass 2 they had the Tetris theme playing, but
Yeah,
want something
that definitely sounds like.
No, the
something.
Russian choir sounded much more awesome, in my opinion.
fine, fair enough. Okay, we're
Oh,
pushing.
wow.
Okay, I guess we're gonna hit the trailers, which we only had 3 of. 2 of which we talked about before.
47 Samurai, starring Keanu Reeves. No,
47
47
Ronin.
Ronin.
Ronin, screw you. It's Ronin.
Ronin is samurai.
Are we talking about that
It's
in
an
the Reddit?
out-of-work samurai.
I know that, but keep it true to the movie.
We talk-
Okay,
It's Ronin.
keep it true. the samurai movie starring a white guy. Keep it real.
No, a half-breed. Let's just say he's a half-breed. Half-breeds everywhere!
All I say about the 47 Ronin trailer, we didn't say in like the Riddick review, was like Brandon when we were seeing the trailer, he was like saying like,
my cheek is so swollen.
this looks like the most cliched movie possible. You have the white American hero, you have like the female witch.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Why is it all heroes in movies have to be white guys?
I don't know. It's America.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Okay. So second trailer, Ender's Game.
Stupid.
Read the
I'm
book.
sorry. The more I see the trailers, the more stupider it gets.
Read the book. Read the book.
And
read it.
The last one. We got this is a new one. It's Pompeii.
Pompeii.
From the director of the Resident Evil movies. At least Jon Snow's in it. Jon Snow's in it.
I don't know who I'm hanging out with now. Why am I talking to you people?
Because we love each other. Platonically.
Well, wait till we see John together. It's gonna be a Cobas movie, and we're like we have to be our own like.
Oh, that makes me think of the gay scientists from Pacific Rim.
And
yeah, the mad scientists were
It's
gay.
like-
They're gay.
And no, they weren't gay, dude. They were.
When I say they're gay, they're gay.
You're gay. Well, so you're gay, they're gay.
They're gay.
No poof does. Oh god, that reference is gonna go over everyone's head.
Yeah, Pompeii. You said it. The volcano's the villain. Oh, what more?
There's probably like
there's gonna
Jon
be-
Snow.
There's
is
gonna
like
be a human villain, even though the volcano should be the villain by
like,
default.
It's
It's like how Titanic needs a villain, even though it should be the iceberg.
well, okay, so it's a teaser trailer. So I guess our main character is Kit Harington, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, and his family, his
that
wife.
was Jon Snow. Nice.
Yeah, his wife. Something about a chariot running through like a burning city of Pompeii.
I've actually been to Pompeii on vacation before. It was actually pretty
Really?
cool because it's basically all dirt. No. That's what made it cool because because they're still excavating the site. So then they're finding new things every day. It's pretty awesome.
This totally has everything.
If you ever have the chance to go to Italy, go to Italy. It's so beautiful.
This totally has everything to do with Pacific Rim.
Everyone knows that. Everyone wants to go to Italy.
This has everything to do with
I
Pacific
love
Rim.
Italy.
Or
Yes.
Atlantic Rim. It's closer to Atlantic Rim, I guess.
Evan,
Atlantic Rim?
Yes.
Evan, I demand that you put.
No,
in the
more like Mediterranean Sea Rim.
Evan, I demand that. No, first off, they already made a movie like that. It's called Atlantic Rim.
Really?
Yeah, by the Asylum.
Don't look it up. You don't want to. It'll ruin Pacific. Well, it'll probably make Pacific Rim look better.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, yes, it will.
Okay, so I guess
I'll need to check it out.
Evan, I demand that in the description you say this, in which we almost review Pacific, or something along those lines.
Yeah, pretty much.
In which we also talk about Pacific Rim.
And then some. Okay, guess that's it. Next week, there's Prisoners with with Wolverine and the Prince of Persia, or Battle of the Year with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
We may see it, we may not. We'll have Don John the week after, guaranteed. If you want us to see either of the two movies next week, comment on it maybe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't know. What else are you gonna do? Why are you watching this?
You're still watching it?
How did you get past the 5-minute mark?
Still watching this? What are you doing, man?
Okay.
Leave.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bah, 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 bah.